Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we will cover the market forecast for tomorrow, 7th of December 2021. The strategy that we are using is based on the guerrilla trading strategy. You can find the link to their website in the video description below. Be sure to like and subscribe to help the channel grow if you appreciate our content, and without further ado, let's go and take a look at the charts. This is the Aussie US dollar. We can see this nice descending channel that started yesterday and continued all the way through today's Europe session. This is the candle that marked the start of the US session, and we can see this huge wick to the upside, which actually tapped into a nice liquidity zone that got formed here. After that, it got followed by a huge momentum, a huge impulse to the downside, which calmed down and reverted to an ascending channel. As a main forecast for this pair, I can see it continuing in the same way, tapping stop losses, and once it reaches this liquidity zone, I will look for an impulse to the downside, maybe a bear flag forming or a retest to this liquidity zone, and for it to go to the downside, searching this zone here and maybe breaking it and continuing to the downside. So main forecast for the Aussie US dollar is a bearish one, at least starting from tomorrow's Europe session.
So here we are on the New Zealand versus US dollar chart. We can see here that after this nice impulse to the downside, price found this support right here. And now, as a forecast for this pair, first of all, I am interested only in impulsive moves here. So if the price will break this low and will come to the downside with this impulse, I should be interested to place a sell order after creating this kind of bear flag. So after this second high here, after closing of a red candle, I would be interested to place a sell order right here. But the same would be to the upside. So after breaking this range that is formed right here, I would be interested to place a buy order here only after an impulse to the upside, bull flag, and here, right here after the second low, after closing of a bullish candle after the second low, I would put a buy order. So this is my forecast for New Zealand US dollar.
Next up, let's look at the Euro-Japanese yen for the following period. We can see some messy price action. We had this impulse. It tried to break the low, but it didn't. Then it retraced, didn't break the high. We had some momentum here. It also didn't break the high, continued with a downward momentum, a bigger downward momentum than this one, and it didn't commit. Once again, following this ascending channel, this messy ascending channel here. All in all, this is a bit too messy price action for my taste. As a main forecast for this pair, it should be quite untradeable, because we have these two rejections that may signal a bigger range forming. Maybe this channel will continue to this level and it will revert to a descending channel that will go towards this level. So up until we don't have a clear impulse and a clear commitment to one of the sides, bullish or bearish, this is a pair that I wouldn't trade.
Okay, here on the euro versus US dollar, we can see that starting with 13th of November, here was created a huge range and the price is really messy right now. I would be interested to place a sell here only if the low will be broken impulsively to the downside and then create a bear flag. Or also, I would be interested to place a sell order here if the price will break the low impulsively and will create this kind of formation. And here I would put a pending sell. Same to the upside. If the price will break the high impulsively, I would be interested to enter a position here, a bull flag, or also into this kind of continuation formation. Right here, I would put a pending buy. You have to be careful about the way the price will come to the downside, because if the price will come to the downside in a way, creating a descending channel, you may be interested into buys also, because after breaking this high impulsively, you can place buy order right here. Or if the price will break the high really impulsively and will not come back to this level, you can also look here to a bull flag. So this is the forecast for the euro US dollar.
Next up, we have the Aussie dollar Japanese yen. We can see this range that got formed here and got broke by a nice downward impulse. Unfortunately, there wasn't any retest here to enter a trade to the downside. After the impulse finished, we can see a V-shaped recovery with quite some momentum to the upside. Maybe some of you might advocate entering a trade at this level. Personally, for me, the fact that the EMA is crossed and these two candles make me doubt the fact that there is some downward momentum left. The main thing that I'm forecasting for this pair is for this range to continue up to this level and form sort of a box, which will consist of the second shoulder of this inverted head and shoulders formation. And after this box will be broken, let's hope we have a nice retap to it so that we can follow this trend upwards to let's see at what point, yeah, to this point maybe. So this is my main forecast for the Aussie Japanese yen. This range to continue and to lose momentum in this area, creating a bigger box here, which will be broken most likely to the upside, searching for this nice liquidity zone over here.
Regarding the New Zealand versus Japanese yen, you can see that here price is coming in ascending manner to this level that is our most low. And here I might be interested into a sell order right here. Or also, if the price will continue through this liquidity zone but will go to the upside also in this ascending manner, I might be interested into a sell if the price will break the low impulsively, come back to this level. Or if the break will be too impulsively, we may look for this kind of bearish flag. Okay, but after passing this liquidity zone, if the price will break the high really impulsively, you can look for bear bull flags right here. Sorry. And also you can look for this kind of formations, animation like this, and I would be interested to place a buy order right here. And that's it for the New Zealand versus Japanese.
On the US dollar Japanese yen, we can see ranging and also messy price action. Nothing much to forecast here. Keep an eye out if it breaks this level or if it breaks this level, because though these are some nice liquidity zones that got tapped a few times, so we may see something like this, or we may see a bigger impulse followed by a nice bull flag to the upside, or the same applies to the downside, so we can look for a retest or for a nice bear flag here. Up to then, I wouldn't enter any trades here. You can see the EMAs are in a steep angle to the upside, so my main bet for this pair is that it will be bullish, it will break this level to the upside, and let's hope we can find some entries and ride the bullish momentum to the upside.
GBP versus US dollar. You can see here the same pattern as in euro versus US dollar. The price is ranging here and haven't clear direction. Here we might be interested into a sell if the low will be broken impulsively, and then we'll create this kind of bearish flag. Or also we may look for a continuation sell also after breaking impulsively this low, because on this pair especially we want to see clear moves in the impulsive directions. Same to the upside. If this high will be broken impulsively, we might be interested into a buy, this kind of formation here. Or also it can create a continuation formation like this one, and you can also place a buy order right here. So that's it for these pairs. Regarding the strategy I am using, I want to tell you that in my day trading I am using the strategy for the guerrilla trading. This is a really great educational platform, and you can find the link to their site in our description.
On the US dollar, Canadian dollar, we can see a bit of a messy price action. We can see this ascending channel that got swiftly broken and then reverted to it. So a bit of a fake out here, maybe a few stop losses got hit here. And after that, it continued into a descending channel with not that much of a momentum. So my main forecast for this is once it reaches this region, maybe we will have a nice wick here, and this descending channel will be broken to the upside. Now pay attention to this level as well, because the top level held a few times. So if you're willing to take a bullish trade here, be sure it breaks this level and it retaps it. So we are looking for a retap on this level mostly to the upside. It would be, personally, from my point of view, it would be better if it breaks a bit more impulsively. So if it breaks something like this while passing this level and then creating a nice bull flag for us to enter the trade. But all in all, just wait and see what happens at this level, because as you can see, there's some wild price action there. We still have a descending channel, so the most likely chance for it to end, it would be to the upside with an impulse. But again, check this level and make sure it passes it with momentum so that you can continue in a bullish trend.